Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, one and all, to Trivia Club. Live from the Trivia Clubhouse, now in high definition. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah. Ooh. No? My producer is telling me to stop it and continue on. I hope you enjoy the full scope of our Trivia Clubhouse, including what is this? You know what? I'm just going to point out the Christmas tree because you're going to see it anyway. We like the warmth of additional weeks of Christmas trees. You won't be seeing this for long because we're going to change the angle so you can't see.
No, we're going to take it down.
We're going to take it down. Come on. What do you take us for? Hope everyone's doing well, having fun. And yes, hopefully with the HD, the audio is still good. Let us know on the audio. And of course, let me know if there's any lagging in the video or anything like that. This will be a good test on how well our internet responds to a higher definition of video. But it's fun to see you in HD, or, with me in HD.
It's fun to see me in HD?
It's fun to see me in HD. Because I realized I still can't see anybody. I'm glad the audio looks great, though. Sounds great as well. Hello to Michelle and Matt in LA. Hello to Rondai. Thank you for checking in as well. Say hello in the chat. Let us know your team name, of course, as always. It's wonderful to see everybody. Hello to Sherlu. And I don't know if it's a good thing that I can't see you guys. I would still love to meet you, Sherlu. Cher and Lou. Heard so many good things. Hello to the ghost of BB Rebozo, of Bobby Rebozo. Autocorrect, or just having fun. Either way. Hello to Team Uno Persona as well. Oh yes, my dad noted that John Prine keeps his tree up all year, so we're in good company.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's good enough for John Prine.
Exactly. Think of this as the tree of forgiveness. Forgive us, but we like this tree.
Mm-hmm.
The Tree of Forgiveness is a John Prine song.
Oh.
FYI. Oh yeah, Bobby Rebozo was autocorrect.
Oh.
That's still your name for today. And great to see you in the chat as well. I almost skipped over that. Good to see that you were able to work out the chat confusion. Yeah, it's a widescreen too, the HD. Usually it's like I had the letterbox, the old TV format before, more of a square than the rectangle. All right, all the hellos and niceties and chatting about the new visual setup. It means we've already run to 7:07, so let's get to Trivia Club, shall we? New lighting, no, it's actually the same lighting. You can just see the lighting much clearer now that we have HD. Yeah, it's the same lighting setup. All right. Oh, and hello to Cookie Face as well. With everything helloed and all the things set up. Let's jump into trivia in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome to Trivia Club.
Hello, hello. Welcome one and all to Trivia Club, live from the Trivia Clubhouse. I'm your host, Russel Harder, the man with the bow tie, the man with that trivia plan. This trivia is planned for 20 questions of trivia goodness. Those 20 questions, a variety of fun game show games, general trivia, pop culture goodness, all that fun stuff. Thank you for supporting Trivia Club. Thank you for playing along. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow Trivia Club on Instagram as well at Trivia Club CA. There's also triviaclub.ca where you can find all that trivia fun too. So tonight is 20 questions of trivia goodness. As I noted before, ending with that Trivia Royale. All you need is the pen and a piece of paper to write down your answers on. Hello to everyone that is playing along, both inside the chat and outside the chat, just, playing along at home. Hello to my Grandma Fran playing along at home. Hi, Grandma Fran. Hello to all the teams in the live chat. Hello to Mad in LA. Hello to Rondai. Hello to Sherlou. Hello to the ghost of Bobby Rebozo. Hello. Hello to Cookie Faced. Hello to Team Uno Persona. Hello to, am I missing anyone? Oh no, I think I actually got everybody. Oh, of course. Hello to your executive producer and mine. Well, hello, my partner, the love of my life, my Valentine. Thank you. Thank you for being my Valentine. Alrighty. Oh, I just got caught up with the fact that the movement is that any shaking is very sensitive on
Oh,
this.
I should look at that. Okay.
I think it's mostly because it's attached to my laptop screen too, so all the movement is extra wobbly today.
Good to know.
Yes, thank you for joining in. Let us know your team name in the comment section if you're playing along after the fact. Let us know your team name and the point total that you end up with. We would love to hear about it. After every Trivia Club event from the Trivia Clubhouse, we ask you to give us your best guess at a Trivia Club style anagram. We call this anagram I Built a VCR, which is itself an anagram of Trivia Club. And last week, we asked you to find the Olympic team in the anagram semi-mystical mucoprotein. Semi-mystical mucoprotein. And that anagram unmixes to Russian Olympic Committee. Yeah. All right. There's only 3 rules when it comes to Trivia Club. Those cardinal rules are: be smarter than that internet connection. Remember, if you're cheating, you're really only cheating yourself. Don't spoil any answers either. No spoilers. Keep that competitive spirit sharp and keep those answers out of the chat. And the only other rule of Trivia Club is tell everybody about Trivia Club. Thanks. And with all that said and done, let's jump into that first round and only round. Those 20 questions of trivia goodness for this Trivia Club at home, our 87th edition as such. Question number 1, West is best. It's true. So your first question deals with the Los Angeles Rams, who won the Super Bowl this past Sunday. So for a point each, which 2 other Los Angeles-based franchises, sports franchises, have won a championship in one of the 4 major American sports leagues in the past 18 months? The Los Angeles Rams, yes, are the 3rd LA-based sports franchise to have won a major championship. So for a point each, what 2 other LA-based franchises have won a championship in one of the 4 major American sports leagues. That would be the NFL, the NHL, MLB, and NBA in the past 18 months. Question number 2, we're going to ask you about something that launched even with failure. So, at question number 2, Linda Cardellini, Seth Rogen, and Jason Segel are among the stars who launched their careers on what Judd Apatow produced high school series. Once again, question number 2, Linda Cardellini, Seth Rogen, and Jason Segel are among the stars, yes, just 3 of the stars, who launched their careers on what Judd Apatow produced high school series. And if question number 2 is launched even with failure, question number 3 is failure even with launch. In 2016, rapper Ja Rule announced plans for what luxury music event to be held in the Bahamas. So once again, in 2016, rapper Ja Rule announced plans for which luxury music event? Name that luxury music event that was planned to be held in the Bahamas. And question number 4, connecting for the point here. So connect for the point. Give me the connection between the answers of 2 and 3. What do the answers of 2 and 3 have in common? Question number 2, once again, Linda Cardellini, Seth Rogen, and Jason Segel are among the stars who launched their careers on what Judd Apatow produced high school series? And your question number 3, in 2016, rapper Ja Rule announced plans for what luxury music event to be held in the Bahamas? And yes, that question number 4, what is the connection between the answers of 2 and 3? Question number 5, it is called Give Me 5.
Oops.
I'll come to you. Got to travel that distance somehow, sometimes to really have 5.
Yeah.
Nicely done. So give me 5. Give me the 5 countries that border Switzerland. Give me the 5 countries that border Switzerland. point for each one of these countries named, of course, of the correct countries named. And you give me the 5 countries that border Switzerland. Question number 6. It's a winning mix. I didn't even mean for that to rhyme. So question number 6. In 1876, in this country, Daniel Peter developed a smoother chocolate by adding dried milk powder to the mixture, inventing milk chocolate. Once again, name that country in which Daniel Peter developed a smoother chocolate by adding dried milk powder to the mixture, inventing milk chocolate in 1876. Which means if I've done my quick math correctly, which is debatable, but we're 4 years away. 4 years away from the sesquicentennial. Or is it 250 years by now? It's been a long time, but not as long as you might think since milk chocolate. It was invented in 1876. I was walking myself down too many. Wait, am I getting this right? So I decided to step back and just get back to the question. My producer thanks me. Sometimes she makes yeah. Some nights you really make your title money. I was gonna say money, but I don't pay you.
Yeah. I earned my title.
Yeah. Sometimes you really earn your title. Yeah. Like now as well. Okay, question number 7. Avoid at all costs. So your question number 7. In the film Thelma and Louise, which syndicated tabloid talk show do Thelma and Louise want to avoid being on? Once again, your question number 7. In the film Thelma and Louise, which syndicated tabloid talk show do Thelma and Louise want to avoid being on at all costs? That is your question number 7. Your question number 7. So, question number 8. It is bit by bit. It is our first audio clue of the night, first and only of the night. I'm going to play an 8-bit version of a popular song, and you name that song for a point and name the original musical act responsible for that song. So, here's that 8-bit version of that popular song. You name that song. Tell me the musical act responsible for the non-blip bloopy version. But here it is, that song that sounds like a ringtone from an old flip phone. And that is that question number 8, that bit by bit, with dance moves now in higher definition. Ooh, ah. That's good. Probably. Yes, your question number 8. Name that song and tell me the musical act responsible for that bit by bit tune. Question number 9. We're going to ration this one out. So that question number 9. French soldiers received what type of soft, creamy cheese as well as a small bottle of red wine as part of their daily rations during World War I? Once again, French soldiers received what type of soft, creamy cheese, as well as a small bottle of red wine as part of their daily rations during World War I? Question number 10, it is Survey Says. This is a game show game that is played with an actual Family Feud surveyed question. We tell you that Family Feud question, and you tell us what you think the number one answer was as per the 100 Americans surveyed. So, your question number 10, Survey Says, name a sport that requires a net. Name a sport that requires a net. And yes, what do you think the 100 Americans surveyed said was their number one answer? Name a sport that requires a net. Question number 11. It's a question about candy creations. So, in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, what candy did Willy Wonka create for children who had very little money? Once again, in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, what was the candy? What was the name of the candy that Willy Wonka created for children who had very little money? Question number 12, third time's the charm. So that question number 12, name the nursery rhyme or the nursery rhyme song that was used as the theme for the Three Stooges. What nursery rhyme song or nursery rhyme tune was used as the theme for the Three Stooges? Question number 13. What is in a name? I'll ask you actually. What type of tea, what is the name of the tea that is flavored with oil from the bergamot orange? What is the name of the tea that is flavored with oil from the bergamot orange? I suspected. Question number 14 now is called Time After Time. Time after time. That's right. I'm going to put these 4 historical moments in order from earliest to most recent, and with a point each, you put them in the correct placement. 4 possible points to be won, though if you have 1 place off, that's 2 points that you could lose right there. But once again, just put these historical moments in order from earliest to most recent. And I'll give those historical moments in no particular order. So, first up, Boys in the Hood, written and directed by John Singleton, is released in theaters. Escape from L.A., co-written and directed by John Carpenter, is released in theaters. Alanis Morissette releases her 3rd studio album, Jagged Little Pill. And the Super Mario Bros. 2 video game is released in North America. So once again, those historical events, you put them in order from earliest to most recent. Those events are: the 2nd Super Mario Bros. Video game is released in North America. Alanis Morissette releases her 3rd studio album, Jagged Little Pill. Escape from L.A., co-written and directed by John Carpenter, is released in theaters. And Boys in the Hood, written and directed by John Singleton, is released in theaters. Alrighty, question number 15, your countdown takedown. This game show game is played with Price is Right rules, but with a twist. You want to get as close as you can to the actual number without going over. but only guesses within 25% of the actual number will get points. If you get 2 points if you're within 25% of the actual number, 5 points if you guess that number right on. Though if you are even one off, you are leaving without any points on this question. And if you're outside of that 25% range, you also get 0 points. So your countdown, takedown question. A new study in the journal Physical Review Fluids, great journal, by the way. Yes, a new study in the journal Physical Review Fluids found that bubbles made out of water, plastic microparticles, and glycerol can have lives that extend well beyond the typical couple of seconds for a normal bubble. It's all in the technique. In the typical bubble of soap and water, the gravity at the bottom of the bubble means that the film on the top thins and primes it to rupture. The new technique creates remarkably durable bubbles. The plastic particles keep the water evenly thick, and the glycerol sucks moisture out of the air. One bubble survived this number of days before popping, and I will say that number is less than 500, which seems high, but this, remember, is the longest bubble ever produced under normal atmospheric conditions. Even giving you that range, I'm sure it kind of broke your brain, because we're talking about bubbles. But yes, remember, this is a bubble made out of water, plastic microparticles, and glycerol, making it a remarkably durable bubble. The plastic particles keep the water evenly thick, and the glycerol sucks moisture out of the air. With the longest bubble ever produced under normal atmospheric, longest lasting bubble ever produced under normal atmospheric conditions, lasting this number of days. A number that is less than 500 days. I also saw that our executive producer, before even hearing this question, just now has been doodling bubbles all over her in her Trivia Club answer sheet. That's wonderful. I love it when it works like that. Yeah. I looked over it before reading this question, and I was like, oh, she's gonna like this. Question number 16. It's your final but not last question. Which fictional detective dies in the short story The Final Problem? Once again, for that question number 16, name that fictional detective that dies in the short story The Final Problem. Question number 17 now is untouchable. Which James Bond actor won an Academy Award for his role in the movie The Untouchables? Once again, yes, your question number 17. Which James Bond actor won an Academy Award for his role in The Untouchables? Question number 18, it's your favorite question and mine. It is, which Chris Pine, Hemsworth, Evans, or O'Dowd? My producer's already giving her answer before she hears the movie.
I never know, so I'm just guessing.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what this question is about, though, before we get too much in the weeds. I tell you the movie, and you tell me if it features Chris Pine, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, or Chris O'Dowd. Yes, which Chris? Pine, Hemsworth, Evans, or O'Dowd? Which Chris is in Bad Times at the El Royale? Bad Times at the El Royale. Is it Pine, Hemsworth, Evans, or O'Dowd? These Hollywood Chris's. Question number 19. It's called Tune Out. I'm going to read lyrics with as little melody, rhythm, or affect original to the song as possible, and you name that song and the musical act responsible for that song for a point each. So another 2 possible points to be won. So here are those lyrics. Name this song and the musical act responsible. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? What? That's not a lyric. Once again, those lyrics read with as little melody, rhythm, or affect original to the song as possible. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? Name that song for a point and tell me the musical act responsible for that tune. And before we jump into question number 20, our Trivia Royale, are there any questions that I can repeat or clarify with the art of repetition from those first 19 questions, 1 to 19? Let me know in the live chat or from the couch from my earpiece. Yeah. Oh, it's high definition. They can see that I've never worn an earpiece.
Yeah.
These HD jokes are going to get old next week. Oh, you're good? Cool. But yes, let me know in the chat. I'm going to queue up the 5-minute clock. Get that timer ready for the Trivia Royale. I guess I can do question number 8 and 13. I'll do 13 and then I'll do number 8. So question number 13, what's in a name? What's in a name? What type of tea is flavored with oil from the bergamot orange? And your question number 8, that bit by bit. Name this song and name the musical act responsible. And that 8-bit tune. That's that question number 8 once again, that audio clue. It doesn't look like there's anything else to repeat or clarify.
You said number 13.
Though number 13 was what's in a name? Yeah, I did that first because the audio clue was next. Mm-hmm. All right. Looks like everything else was pretty straightforward. So, at question number 20, that Trivia Royale, 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes on the timer. You'll have 5 minutes to give me any 10 of the 20 possible answers for 10 possible points. Or potential points. I think same difference. So, 5 minutes on the clock. Name for me any 10 of the 20 countries who've had more than one medal stripped from their team at the Olympic Games. And I will note that there, in this case, unlike last week, there is no like this country used to be this country. It's all a list of, to my knowledge, existing countries. But yes, name for me any 10 of the 20 countries who have had more than one medal stripped from their team, more than one, stripped from their team at the Olympic Games. And this is, yes, combined Summer and Winter Olympics. Is one of them kind of a gimme? Sure. It's not even a spoiler to say that they've had more than 4 times the medals stripped from them compared to the next closest. Four minutes remaining. 4 minutes to name any 10 of the 20 countries that have had at least 2, so more than one, medals stripped from their team at the Olympic Games. This is according to the list on Wikipedia, FYI. Don't forget to fill in any other blank spaces that you might have from the first 19 questions as well. Two minutes and 40 seconds remaining. 2:40 remaining, a little bit more than halftime. We're almost halfway there. We're almost living on a prayer. Now we're halfway there. 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. 2:20 remaining. Oh, you know what? I had something ready, and I guess there's enough time to play it. This is your background music, non-copyrighted music. I hope. I guess I'll find if they lied, and they'll flag me once I post the video. There's a little something to enjoy in the background. This is your non-copyrighted thinking music. Nice and peppy. I had that ready to go, and I just forgot about it. Less than a minute remaining. Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, time's up. That is time. That is time for that Trivia Royale. Finalize those answers and get ready to mark your questions. Find a nice colored pen or pencil. However you want to play this. Always up to you. Choose your own adventure, as they say. So here are those answers for Trivia Club at home. Question number 1. West is best. The Los Angeles Rams, go Rams, won the Super Bowl this past Sunday. For a point each, name those 2 other LA-based sports franchises who have won a championship in one of the 4 major American sports leagues in the past 18 months. So the first, or the least recent? Well, let's go with that. Okay, so the winner of the NBA championship, not last season, but the season before that, the Los Angeles Lakers. Points for Lakers. Point for Lakers. And after them winning the World Series in Major League Baseball, that would be the Los Angeles Dodgers. So Dodgers for a point and Lakers for another point. If you said Clippers, that was wishful thinking. If you said Kings, they were the most recent before the Lakers, but not within the last 18 months. So close, but no points. All right, question number 2. So Linda Cardellini, Seth Rogen, and Jason Segel are among the stars who launched their careers on what Judd Apatow produced high school series. That series is Freaks and Geeks. The wonderful Freaks and Geeks. Question number 3. In 2016, rapper Ja Rule announced plans for what luxury music event to be held in the Bahamas. That is the Fire Festival. Fire Festival. So what is the connection between Freaks and Geeks and the Fire Festival? They are both things that were canceled. Yes, cancellations for the both of them. That's your question number 4. Point Cancellation. Question number 5. Give me the 5 countries that border Switzerland for a point each. That answer is Italy, France, Germany, Austria, and the smallest of the 5, Liechtenstein. So Italy, France, Germany, Austria, and Liechtenstein. Question number 6. A winning mix. In 1876, in this country, Daniel Peter developed a smooth chocolate by adding dried milk powder to the mixture, inventing milk chocolate. That is the country we were just talking about, Switzerland. Yes, Swiss chocolate. Switzerland. Question number 7. Avoid at all costs. So in the film Thelma and Louise, which syndicated tabloid talk show do Thelma and Louise want to avoid being on? And wouldn't we all? It's Geraldo. Geraldo? Oh, Geraldo. I don't pay attention to the man enough to fully. He hasn't been in the thing for years. So, yeah. Geraldo. Oh, yeah, Geraldo Rivera. Yeah, Geraldo. I would also accept Geraldo or J-Raldo. Question number 8. Bit by bit. I play an 8-bit version of a popular song, and you name that song. So that song was Forgot About Dre for a point, and that is by Eminem and Dr. Dre. I would also accept Dr. Dre. So Forgot About Dre by Eminem and Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, of course, being of the Super Bowl halftime show. And that song being one of the songs featured in the medley during said halftime show. Hopefully you did not forget about it. All right, question number 9. Rationing it out. French soldiers received what type of soft creamy cheese as well as a small bottle of red wine as part of their daily rations during World War I? We were looking for camembert. Camembert. Oh, an aside with my producer. Should brie also be acceptable? No. Camembert is the only acceptable answer. Although brie was a great guess. Question number 10, our survey says, name a sport that requires a net. We're going to start with the 1-point answer and go up to the 5-point answer. 5 possible answers can get you points. So, 1-point answer. Naming a sport that requires a net. Did you meet your goal? Your goal with this answer? Yes, it's hockey. Hockey will get you 1 point. Remember this, it's Americans answering this, not Canadians. That would be a 5-point answer otherwise.
Yeah.
2 points if you thought of an answer and swished upon a star. That would be basketball. Basketball for 2 points. 3 points if you're finding something that could be a real bump in your points as long as you set things right. Hopefully your chances spike. Volleyball. We're talking about volleyball. 4 points if for this answer the bird is the word, or the birdie. That would be badminton. Badminton is 4 points. And 5 points, well, I'm sure you'll love this answer. Tennis, anyone? Yes, indeed. Tennis or table tennis. I know that's different sports, but Survey says, Family Feud says, both will get you 5 points. So 5 points for tennis or table tennis, 4 points for badminton, 3 points for volleyball, 2 points for basketball, and 1 point for hockey. That good old hockey game. Question number 11, it's a candy creation. So in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, what candy did Willy Wonka create for children who had very little money? It was one that would last a long time, the everlasting Gobstopper. Makes a nice thing to do, yeah. It's the everlasting Gobstopper for question number 11. Question number 12, what nursery rhyme tune was used as the theme for the Three Stooges? Continuing the theme, it is Three Blind Mice. Question number 13, what's in a name? So what type of tea is flavored with oil from the bergamot orange? That would be Earl Grey. The Earl Grey taste is an orange taste. There you go. Yeah. Question number 14, time after time, time after time. Here are those historical moments in the correct order from earliest to most recent. The earliest was in 1988 with the release of the second Super Mario Brothers video game in North America. So Super Mario Brothers 2, 1988. In 1991, Boys in the Hood, written by and directed by John Singleton, is released in theaters. In 1995, Alanis Morissette released her third studio album, Jagged Little Pill. And in 1996, Escape from LA, co-written and directed by John Carpenter, is released in theaters. That's a look of 0 for 4.
Yep.
Oh, wow. No.
You recognize it from last year.
So once again, and I realized there was a degree of difficulty because everything was in an 8-year time span. But in 1988, Super Mario Brothers 2. In 1991, Boys in the Hood. In 1995, Jagged Little Pill. And in 1996, Escape from LA. Question number 15, our countdown takedown. So, thanks to the new technique in bubble making published in the Journal for Physical Review Fluids. Still love that magazine name. Or journal name. Sorry, it's not a magazine. Like, it's glossy with like ads and perfume all inserts. So the new technique that is created with water, plastic microparticles, and glycerol allowed one bubble to survive this number of days before popping, the longest survival for a bubble ever produced upon under normal atmospheric conditions. Can I get a drum roll, please? 465 days. That's why I gave you that seemingly impossible 500-day ballpark. Because this bubble lasted for longer than a year. Yeah. It's like a year and then another 100 days. 465 will get you 5 points. If you said any number between 464 and 349, that is 2 points. If you didn't guess close to a bubble lasting about a year long, I'm sorry, but that's 0 points. Oh, and if you said more than 465 days, but under 500, I mean, a great shot, but 0 points. Also, I enjoy that this is what some people are spending their time with. Yeah, let's just let this bubble go for a good year and a bit using technologies. There's probably like a larger reason behind this, like a broader idea. Yeah. Though if it's also just for fun, I accept that. Question number 16, final but not last. Which fictional detective dies in the short story The Final Problem? This would be plummeting from a waterfall with his nemesis Moriarty, Sherlock Holmes. Question number 17, untouchable. Which James Bond actor won an Academy Award for his role in The Untouchables? We're looking for the first James Bond. That would be Sean Connery. Which Chris? Is it Pine, Hemsworth, Evans, or O'Dowd? In Bad Times at the El Royale, it is Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth. Yeah. Oh, jeez. No, she wasn't going to throw a pencil grenade at me. No.
I'll just say that listening to the
What's that?
Listening to the question didn't help me at all.
Oh, yeah. After you wrote down your answer. Yeah. What was your answer written down before? Oh, yeah. Chris Pine is actually, it's funny you should say it, because if you see Chris Hemsworth in this movie, it seems very much like a Chris Pine role. Oh. Yeah, he looks like Chris Pine did in Hell or High Water, and plays a very the kind of role that, in my opinion, Chris Pine would be perfect for. But Chris Hemsworth is also quite good at,
So half a point.
So half a point. Exactly. This seems like a real Chris Pine role, but they got Chris Hemsworth. I mean, fair. Question number 19, tune out. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? Why, it's My Girl. Talking about My Girl. My Girl. My Girl for the point, and The Temptations for another point. Question number 20, our Trivia Royale. So I asked you to name any 10 of the 20 countries who have had more than one medal stripped from their team at the Olympic Games. So our number one country to have lost medals, losing a total of 43 medals. Russia. What? No. Russia? Yes. I said more than 4 times, more than the next closest. I misspoke. It was almost 4 times, because they had 43 taken away. Having 11 taken away was the Ukraine, having had 11 taken away. Ukraine. Belarus has also had 11 taken away. Everyone else is single digits. And I don't have the number in my head or on the page. So after Ukraine and Belarus, it's Kazakhstan. The United States, also on that list. Bulgaria. Turkey. China. Spain. Hungary. Uzbekistan. Romania. Sweden. Armenia. Moldova. Germany. Azerbaijan. That's probably better. North Korea. They seem above board, I know. I'm surprised too. And Greece. That's true. When you hear North Korea, it's like, wait, they were at the Olympics?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
At one time or another. Not all the games, not many of the games, but when they did compete, they got those medals taken away. Sorry. It's North Korea. I don't have to follow this, but still, sorry. I should be nicer than that, even to North Korea. Just to the people, even. So once again, Greece, North Korea, Azerbaijan, Germany, Moldova, Armenia, Sweden, Romania, Uzbekistan, Hungary, Spain, China, Turkey, Bulgaria, the United States, Kazakhstan, Belarus, the Ukraine, and Russia. In case you were wondering, the Soviet Union only had one medal taken away, and the Russian Olympic Committee so far has only had one taken away, though there is one pending. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time that they might appear on this list, but not at the moment. And as you're adding up those points, let me know if you need any other clarifications when it comes to answers. But here's that bonus bit of trivia, that tiebreaker if needed. It's called I Built a VCR. It's an anagram of Trivia Club. So find the Super Bowl halftime performer in the following anagram. That anagram is Girl by Jam. It's a girl by Jam. Girl by Jam. And I guess I would say this anagram is one of the more appropriate. It's like it almost fits the theme. Fits the answer more than most of these. More than like 95% of these that I've put together. Find the Super Bowl halftime performer in that anagram. 47 potential points to be won. Good number. Nicely done. And I'll let a few more come in before I give out those point totals. This Trivia Royale this week, I think, was a little tougher. There's a couple answers that you might think of, but it wasn't as obvious or wasn't as
the guess is harder.
Yeah, harder to guess. Yeah, harder to guess than last week's Olympics-themed Trivia Royale. All right, so we have 17 points for your executive producer and mine. Yay! We have 35 points for Cookie Faced. We have 19 points for Team Uno Persona. We have 23 points for Mad in LA. We have 18 points for Team Sherlu. We have 43 points for the Ghost of Bobby Rebozo. They noted that their trick was sticking with Eastern Bloc countries. That's a smart tactic. Smart tactic. Well done, all. Thank you, everyone, for joining in, for taking part. Thank you, everyone in the chat as well who haven't revealed their final point totals. Ron died. Thank you for playing along. Thank you as well to my grandma Fran for playing along as well. Great to have everyone taking part. Great to see you seeing me in HD, I guess. We'll look forward to seeing you all once again someday soon. Thank you. But like in person.
Oh,
yeah. More of like a thoughtful, like, I miss everybody, but glad and hope that you're happy and healthy and staying warm during this wonderful winter. Just one. We will see you very soon as well. See you next week. Join in next Tuesday on February 22nd, 2022. Oh, 02 22 2022. Yes, indeed. See you on the 22nd. Thank you for joining in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to hit that bell notification, as always. Oh, and I did not do the raffle for the online private event, as I mentioned last week. So I don't have that information, but I will have that on the 2-2 because I told you I would last week.
And your producer will help you remember.
And my producer will help me remember. And it's a fun number, so might as well celebrate it with that. And also follow through with that thing that I said I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Next week. So with all that said and done, let's say the same thing we do at the end of every Trivia Club, shall we?
I know what to do.
You do. Remember, it's not what you know, it's what you learn along the way. Thank you, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Well, I'll see you.
I'll see you in a second.
See you down next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.